September 30th, 2015. It's that time of the year, and it's that time of the month. Rent's due tomorrow, everybody. And guess what? The Pope is out. He is not in the country no more. You can't be asking him, any questions about that. He's out. So, if you need somebody to call, give us a call. Right, guys? Sports Talk. We've got a few things we're going to be talking about tonight. We got some NFL. We got some MLB playoff picture to break down for you. This is Chance. I'm Colby. We'll be throwing some straight heat for the next probably good 15-20 minutes. Woo! Thanks everybody for joining us. We're going to start off tonight with first topic is can the Pittsburgh Steelers survive the big blow? As everybody's known, Big Ben got his knee taken out. He's going to be out for a little bit. Do you think Mike Vick and the talented Pittsburgh Steelers that were rolling pretty high before he got taken out, do you think they have enough to hold things together until he gets back?
Cole, they're 2-1 with Big Ben. The lineup they lost the Patriots on opening night. Their running game's going to be a lot better now. But Michael Vick, this is not the Michael Vick of 2005, folks. He's not going to scramble a ton. Makes bad decisions. That's why he's still not in Philadelphia.
Well, guess what? They don't need the Mike Vick in 2005. They just need a Mike Vick that can handle the game, that can make the small throws. They're not going to be going out there and throwing the same plays. They're going to Todd Haley's gonna tweak the book up a little bit.
I don't care who you are. Mike Vick's still the same guy. He'll throw 2 picks on Thursday night. That's all I gotta say about that.
Well, I think they'll be all right. They got too much talent. They got Bell back. D'Angelo Williams broke out, but he's done the last 3 games than he did the last couple of years. And
he's actually got an offensive line now.
So I think they just need to work him more in to the offense, get Brown going, and they should be all right. That defense is young, but they've showed they're pretty good, actually. There were kind of some question marks going in. They held St. Louis to 6 points that last game. I mean, that was kind of
96 something.
Yeah, that sounds like a wild hockey score. But next question will be: can Minnesota compete with Green Bay in the North? They've kind of showed they have a pretty good defense. They're getting Adrian Peterson back. Teddy Bridgewater's he's showing some pretty good. He's not asking to do too much yet, but what they kind of dismantled their at home. They beat San Diego, a good San Diego team, pretty good. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Minnesota first, and before we even get to the if they can compete with?
I still think they're a year away from contending in the division.
You got a good head coach there, Zimmer from Cincinnati.
He was a good guy, but I really think they're a year away probably. Still got some young talented guys, but let's see if AP can get it going. I know he had a touchdown last week for the first time since his suspension for a year, so that was cool. Nice to see AP out there running like a full-grown man that he is.
Yeah, he's definitely back. He's going to be back all year. He's got something to prove.
I just don't think their defense can handle the best player in the game, Aaron Rodgers.
We'll see. I'm not sure when they play, but I think it's going to be a lot competitive than people think.
So what's the edge? I mean, what's the difference from this year and last year with the Vikings?
What? They've always had a good defense, always, and Teddy's actually got 1 year to figure out the NFL, and they obviously got AP back.
Full grown man.
They've showed, like I said, not Cincinnati, but San Diego's a really good team. They don't play well on the road, but they didn't have any answer. And you see Teddy. You see Rivers all the time just pick apart defenses and shootouts. That's the way they've been winning games the last few years is shootouts because they had no defense, and they had no answer in Atlanta. The Gophers there. They play in the Golden Gophers Stadium. They didn't have no answer there on Sunday, so I was impressed by them. But obviously, you're not.
Not buying it yet.
So the next division we're going to take a look at is your own NFC South, Atlanta or Carolina. That's pretty much all that's in the division after New Orleans is going to have a down year. And
Don't forget about Jameis Winston.
Tampa Bay, yeah. I'm actually not. I'm impressed actually with Tampa
Jameis
Bay.
is playing pretty well. But when it comes down to is the two pit bulls in the ring, the Panthers and the Falcons. Of course, I'm a Falcons fan, so I might be a little biased. But the thing with Cam right now is he leads his team in touchdowns with 6. He doesn't. The best wide receiver he has is. I'm trying to think of the guy who he is.
Is he a youngster or Greg Olsen?
It was Olsen or somebody. With Benjamin going out with a torn ACL for the year, he just doesn't have very many targets. And their middle linebacker Kinkley or Luke.
Yeah,
he's a full grown man, and he's out for a little bit with a concussion right now. And so, the way they're running the ball is awesome. The Falcons, I'm not sure. I'm excited about their progress, but I'm not sold on them yet just because of all the fourth quarter comebacks. It doesn't seem like they start playing about until the fourth quarter. So
it's not this weekend, but next weekend they're going to match up.
In Carolina, isn't it?
I'm not sure where it's going to be, but next week.
The Falcons play the Texans this week, and Carolina plays.
I actually have it written down this time. Carolina is at Tampa Bay.
So they'll both go in being 4-0, I think, and ready for a shootout. I think it'll be probably in a 30s game when they meet up in week 5.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's actually.
So I'm probably guessing Atlanta in the division.
And I'd probably say the same thing, but Carolina's going to be just because of that. But their defense, they're improved from last year. 2 years ago they were really good, and then last year
the Falcons or the Panthers.
Panthers, and now this year they're for the first few games, which is obviously season's early. But next question: should the NFL keep the extra point to a 33-yarder? There's more kicks have been missed through just the week 3 than all of 2014. So that's what's your input on that? I think.
What do you think?
They're NFL kickers. I think me and you can go out there right now, haven't kicked a ball since we were little kids, can go out there and kick a 33-yarder. No offense to anybody.
No way.
I can do it in my sandals right now. But
no way, dude.
if somebody's making a living in, they should be able to kick a 33-yarder.
I agree there. I definitely don't think we can go up and start kicking field goals, but because we're still in Pelton, Oregon. But I think that if you're a pro kicker, what else do kickers do in practice? They don't go out.
They need to practice their 33-yarders now. They've missed out quite a bit. It's not a gimme anymore, and a lot of people were just because that little chip shot that's been
there forever.
So easy.
But I like it though. It's a little bit of challenge, mixing things up, and it also gives like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've been going for 2 most of the year.
Yeah, those first 2 possessions there before Big Ben, or actually the game before that, he went for 2. But yeah, that's definitely they're trying to just make things interesting. They're just shake things up. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Right, one of the good things the commissioner's actually done in a while. So.
Let's see here. Thoughts on the rookie class so far? We got Jameis Winston. What do you think your thoughts I know it's been early. He had a rough first game. He showed some poise, beat New Orleans in his second game, and I think he's just as advertised. He's a nice pocket passer. He can move when he wants to. He's a little smaller version of Big Ben. I kind of said that last year when he was in college. I think Tampa Bay, they need to get a dang running game going, but Mike Evans is kind of hurt, but Mike Evans had 100 yards last week. Jackson needs to get in the mix, but he has a lot of options, but he's got a running game going for him down there.
I think Jameis is still. I mean, he's a rookie. He's gonna make rookie mistakes. 2 to 3 years down the road, he's gonna be the real deal if he can stay out of trouble.
Yeah, stay at the crab shack. Nope. Shout out to Jameis.
Yeah, don't be stealing crab legs when you could have gotten for free, probably. But yeah, I think he'll be fine. Just let him. I mean, just like any rookie, he's gonna make mistakes, but he's also gonna make plays because he's a really good athlete. So
I'd like to see him how good at baseball he is too. He played there for Florida State baseball team. Let's see, put him on the Braves and see if he's any good.
No, we don't need him in the Braves organization. Let's not do that.
Mariota, we think kind of started out, with the hot 4 touchdown game and everything, but slowed down. I won't say slowed down. He actually almost beat the Colts.
Well, he put him in position to win. It was his defense.
Well, I wouldn't say that. He had that key pick there at the end of the fourth quarter.
But then he went down and scored, and then they went for 2. I don't think people remember they went for 2 instead of and they ran a freaking 22 dive. It looked like right up the middle, and no one could have scored on that. So
you're thinking
play calling was
give
terrible.
It to beast mode.
Beast mode is definitely Seattle and Green Bay. So.
All right, Amari Cooper in Oakland. He's got back-to-back 100-yard games. Him and Crabtree are kind of mixing pretty well down there. David Carr, he's quick release. I'm pretty impressed with the Road Raiders. It's young. You got to beat Baltimore, but their matchups are going to be coming up not this week against Chicago, but the week after that, Denver, and then the week after that, San Diego. So we got division play finally wrapped up. The first 4 games, which is kind of weird. I don't know if anybody cares about the Raiders, but the first 4 games are out of division, which is kind of weird. But and then I got TJ Yeldon from Jacksonville. I'm not sure why I put them on there, but he's
getting some carries.
Yeah, Royals, Jacksonville. I actually made a bold prediction last week that they were going to cover the 14-point spread with New England, but as everybody saw, that never happened.
Tom Brady.
Jacksonville still.
Thanks for playing, boys.
But what? They're one of those teams. They're going to get beat by 50 one week and then come back and beat Buffalo or somebody the next week. I really think they're
not there yet.
Well, that's when you're going to have a little disagreement because I think they're a little better than what people think.
You heard it live. We'll have a disagreement when I'm right.
Here's one. Let's see. What out of all the 0-3 teams, which one do you think the worst, and which one do you think maybe has a shot to maybe get things turned around? We got New Orleans, Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore. 0-3.
Roll the dice. No, I'm joking. This is Chicago Bears.
With I think I almost said freaking Cutler. I think they're still with that defense is just that's not there. They're not playing good defense at all. Besides, well, I mean, I wouldn't say that they're not playing defense at all, but because it was 6-0 at Seattle last week. I mean, that's actually not saying, but that's kind of saying Seattle's not their offense is not as good as yeah. And let's see here, Detroit. They got some tough games. They played Denver close. I think they have probably the best shot of it. Any of them kind of come back. New Orleans.
They play in a really tough division, though, with the Vikings and the Packers. That's my only downfall with the Lions.
Yeah, that's true. New Orleans, I don't know how. It kind of seems like Breeze might be coming back here next week, maybe.
I think New Orleans is back to being the Aints now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're getting there. The last couple of years haven't been good. They had a stat the other day that ever since New Orleans ago, the Seahawks New Orleans tried to beat the Seahawks on the road, and they freaking destroyed them, and they were like, got 6 wins since in 3 years, or 2 years. But I guess it'd be interesting to see if he can get back to be healthy and get things going.
I'm saying probably the St. Louis in that mix or no?
St. Louis, yeah. I had those on my other questions. St. Louis, they started the year with the big win,
In
the
Seattle?
big defense. It was at home, but they beat the defending NFC champions. A lot of noise, a lot of hope, and they're in St. Louis. keep the franchise here. Don't sell it to Los Angeles. They're hoping, and all of a sudden that happened.